Hi, I'm Alan Robinson and thanks for tuning in to 28 Ball UK. This little introduction is about a little video you'll see after obviously this regarding a peg I had on a fantastic estate in Scotland, just north of Perth, on the Kinnaird estate. And this drive is called 6 foot. And if you want to know the reason why it's called 6 foot, I will put it in the comments. The reason for this little introduction is obviously it's more general to everybody who shoots game, whether it's a 12 bore down to a 28 bore. I feel on the internet, on YouTube, there's a lot of clay pigeon videos on what to do, how to shoot clays. Hey, and I'm no professional because I'm not a professional shooter, but I have been shooting game for over 40 years, and I think looking at a lot of the videos that are posted online, I think you can sit back and maybe look at some of the mistakes. And obviously this video that you'll see is some of my mistakes, and I'd like to think you learn by your mistakes, because I'm always learning. I always try and analyse it to see if you can do better. And obviously what I'll try and do with this little video on this particular drive is try and break it down, put it into slow motion, some of the shots that I took, why they were wrong, and maybe the next time that you are on a peg, that you have an idea, you have a plan, which I think is very important. You have a plan. And I think this is where you can basically maybe get better and more out of your game shooting. And I think I'm going to start fundamentally with your feet. And I think if I'm going to compare a bit of clay pigeon shooting with game shooting, but when you walk into a stand on a clay ground, it's lovely and level, flat, gravel, and really there isn't really a worry regarding your feet per se. But how many times, and maybe a lot of you agree, that when you get to your peg on a driven day, it's on a hill, it's uneven, and if the birds are quality, you're a bit of a non-starter to start with, because there's only a limited amount of shots that you can do if your feet are one higher, one lower. If you want to turn to your left to shoot a bird to your left, you can't because you're on a hill. So it's very important to make sure you've got a good level footing to start with. And I think one of the things that really I see a lot, and I do it, and in fact if you are a follower on the channel, thank you very much, that I cuss and swear to myself if I do that proverbial shot behind. And I think what we've got to remember, what we are doing as game shooting, we are driven game, and I feel it's important, as the clay pigeon shooters do it, and if you watch all the professionals out there, they say, oh, they have this ability to shout pull first and see where the clay is going. Unfortunately, we haven't got that lovely, nice ability to tell the gamekeeper just send one to see what it comes like. No, we are stood there waiting. It could come from anywhere. But what these clay pigeon shooters stress is you shout pull, the clay comes out, you've got your killing point, you've got your hold point, and you look for the bird. I think you can take that to your peg, next time you're shooting a pheasant and a partridge. But do it in a more open-minded way. Where are these birds going to come from? Have I shot this peg before? How, if they come to the left, where I'm more comfortable to shoot them? And one of the big stresses, I think I will, obviously I'm stressing, is try and engage that bird in front. If it's coming straight at you, 45 degrees, just before vertical, even on your right shoulder, even on your left shoulder, that to me is a very comfortable way, because the bird's driven is coming towards you. If you get a bird that is relatively high and for some reason, and I do it, you make it into what you call a crossing shot. Totally agree, very good. You move your feet and you turn it into a crossing shot. But my big mistake, and this is what this video will show you, I was just timing, and I think this is it in game shooting, my timing was just slightly out, that by the time I engaged in the shot, my first shot was just past me and the second shot was way too late. And I did hit a few birds, but it's too late. The first shot should be your second, and you should engage a little bit sooner, and that is in game shooting timing. And I think one of the other biggest mistakes I see, yeah, I've done it myself, but these are the mistakes when you're on a real good drive and there's quite a lot of birds. You see these people on YouTube who shoot the bang bang, and they open the gun, they stuff 2 more shells in, and when they close it, they see the one that's nearly directly over their head, and they're sort of drawn to that bird. They're off balance, they turn over to either the right or the left, and proverbially 2 barrels behind, bop bop. They then come back, reload, and the same thing happens again. There's a pattern that they're chasing the tails, they're chasing these birds that have gone. And once that happens, the wheel can really fall off. So what I'm hoping that you'll get from this is to see obviously what I've just explained and what I've done, but then the next time you are on your peg, just be relaxed and you decide where you're going to kill it. And if you can't kill it there, wait for the next one, and then you get a nice relaxed cool rhythm, and all being well, you'll have some very, very good shooting and connect with some good birds. I hope that's made a lot of sense. I don't think I can put anything more into it. I think when you are on, excuse me, I'll have a cup of tea. When you are on a good drive and a good shoot, there is a good number of birds as well. Now, I'm not stressing that you pick the easy ones, but what you can do is read what the birds are doing, and again, I'll try and show you on this video. You'll see after. Is I was making these quite a lot of them onto my right shoulder side-on shots, and what I didn't realise is, and this is how subtle game shooting is that when I committed to the bird and I swung through it, as I swung through it to commit to the shot, the bird at the same time decided to drop its left wing and kite away from me, and because obviously in real time you just don't see that, and I couldn't just work out why what I thought I was on line and swinging through, but looking at it, I was pushing in front because the bird was rolling away from me. And it's only when you actually see the video after that you can obviously analyse it. Some of them as well, once they broke from the cover, were coming out level, But once they got to the point where I think they decided where they wanted to go, they sort of semi-set their wings and were then dropping. But it only happened when I was committing to the shot. So again, when I swung through the bird just dipped. I shot over the top as the bird went underneath. And it's these little subtle differences that that you need to look out for. Again, practice makes perfect, and it's not a cheap sport when you look at what we're doing. But these are the things that, if you're unaware or you're unsure, is to look out for. I can't really think of anything else other than probably what I will put some little notes in some of the slow motions that you can see. For the record, I'm very honest that this particular peg I shot 50 times, 50 shots on it, and obviously you know I do all my own loading, so I don't box my cartridges up. I have some in plastic bags in 50s, and obviously I emptied the bag so I knew exactly what was in it. And obviously out of the 50 shots I managed to drag down I think 11 birds. They're all cracking birds. One of them was an absolute belter, but that 50 shots I think should have been 25-30, because I was shooting at birds probably that I didn't need to, and if I was a little bit more conscious of what I was shooting at. But it's like anything else. Once you lock onto a bird, it's very difficult. You just lock onto it. Maybe I am splitting hairs here a little bit, but it's something that to remember when there is a few birds about, you don't have to shoot at every one. You've got to look at the distances, because I always harp on about me rangefinder. Anyway, I think, no further ado, I think I've done enough waffling, if it makes any sense. To remind, you've got to make sure your feet's right, get that footwork right, and if you are on a bit of a hill, I'll be very honest, kick a sod off, make an absolute level platform, so if you do turn to your left or your right, you've got a level platform, because you cannot shoot quality birds on a hillside, because your back foot's down. And yeah, if the birds are coming straight over your head, you could maybe commit to that shot, but if you decide to commit to the one to the right, one to the left, you're just going to simply roll off it. It's a waste of cartridges. The other big rule is, especially on the high birds, just simply don't turn around and shoot them at the tail or the arse end, because it's driven, and to kill a bird properly you need the head and neck. And I think George Digweed on one of his pigeon days, fantastic video where he was showing how these pigeons were flighting, and he said the flatter the day the bird flies more level and flat, so it makes it easier to get on the line and push through it. Obviously he was very adamant that you need to be able to shoot at the head and neck, and I'm a big believer in that, and you can't do that if the bird's gone behind you. So just remember that, head, neck, crossing birds, and if a bird does come off your left shoulder or your right shoulder and it's crossing behind you, if it is a crossing bird behind, you still have that vulnerability of its head and neck. It's the ones that are flying away from you, and all you are doing is swinging through at the tail end. And more often than not, what happens with that shot is you put all the emphasis in the swing, and as you come through the bird, you swing past it and you're shooting up the side of it. And again, another wasted cartridge. So I will leave you to it to watch what's coming on this short video. Obviously there'll be some slow motion, some little words to explain actually on that, and hope it helps you the next time you're presented with some few nice birds, and I hope this time you connect with them properly in the head and enjoy the experience. Thank you very much.
Here we are at Kinnaird on the second day, but we've got some lovely overcast conditions today. Bit miserly drizzly, but I like to think it's good flying weather. Number 2, this is 6 foot, and it's great to be back. We've done shot Kinnaird for a few years, and it's under new ownership, and it's really excited to see how this pans out. I'm still sticking to me 20 gram loads at the moment. I haven't got the I will use them 18 grams on another drive, but not on this one, because 6 foot can be mega. So I suppose the only way of finding out, and that's use them, but I will use them because I've got to get it filmed to see what the shells can do. And they're bringing it obviously into the middle, bringing all that banking in, and the flushing point somewhere in front here, but that can change. It could move that way, could be in front of me here, so we'll see. But what come off here can be quite spectacular, especially if they come from right at the back. Here we go, look at that one. Here we go again. Look up! No pressure. Oh, I'm having him. I'm having that. Fucking hell. That was a cracker, that. If I got it on film. Yeah. Go on. He said right through me, that. Shit, it's not. Well, I started off absolutely brilliantly. Did I? No, I don't think I shot that, did I? Did I?
You look like you hadn't, and then all of a sudden it went down.
Oh, right. I don't know what I was doing on them, but I was either trying to measure them and overdoing it, or I was offline as I swung through. Up the side of that. No pressure. I thought I had him. Okay, I'm missing. just shows you if you're not on them, you don't kill them. Curl on them. Bastard. Bastard. Curl on them. Oh, that was dropping. I was over the top of that. That's what I've not seen. You can do, yeah. Oh, fucking rolling off. And again. Bastard. Fucking stompers them. He's down. Oh, you bastard. I think he's down too, but yeah. Over the top again, I keep forgetting that. The fucking dropping now. I'm going to run out of shells. Order to finish on, nice right and left. I'm out. I've shot all my cartridges off. Stuart? I'm out of shells, Stuart. No, they're no good for me. But if you want to come in, come on, blow the whistle.
I don't think you'll get those, they're behind the wire.
Yeah, did you get? I got a hen and a cock in the field. You got them both. There's another.
No, he picked them.
Oh, he picked. Oh, I run out. I didn't think I'd use 50 shells, and I did.
You hit some beautiful birds.
Thank you.
You can tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Well, what I found when I've been swinging onto them,
Yeah.
they look straight and they're slightly dropping. And I think I'm over the top.
Oh, okay.
So you really want to be.
Be underneath them.
Yeah, when you turn to do a, yeah. But I missed some there though. But
Listen, I thought Kinnaird birds were high. These are flipping.
these are brilliant, aren't they?
Up there.
Aren't they? Consistent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think. I thought. Oh, there you go.
What was that for timing? The timing was impeccable.
Impeccable there.